Mirthwood is an enchanting RPG life simulation game set in a medieval fantasy world where players begin anew, having escaped a war-torn continent. With an emphasis on freedom, players can shape their journey by managing a homestead, cultivating crops, raising animals, and trading goods between towns. The hand-drawn graphics and original soundtrack bring to life 6 unique regions and 3 towns, each filled with quests, mysteries, and dynamic events. Real-time combat includes a choice of weapons and classes, pitting players against foes from bandits to werewolves. Mirthwood's living ecosystem introduces natural challenges and evolving scenarios, creating unique story experiences. The game also offers a Sims-style interaction system, allowing players to forge relationships, unlock new social interactions, and even uncover tasks through bonds with NPCs. Every NPC leads their own life in this fully simulated world, adding depth and immersion to the player's journey through Mirthwood. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that this new slice-of-life RPG combines the charm of farming simulators with a gritty medieval fantasy setting, evoking comparisons to Harvest Moon, but with a darker tone. The game's art style and story have received high praise for their uniqueness and atmosphere, with a deep NPC relationship system that enhances immersion. Built by a dedicated 2-person team, the game has earned admiration for its responsive developers who quickly address player feedback and bugs. While there are notable highlights, such as engaging open-world mechanics and a flexible moral decision-making system, some players report minor bugs, including graphical glitches, occasional freezing, and issues with quest tracking. Additionally, translation inconsistencies and oversights in the character creator leave room for improvement. Despite these hiccups, the community largely remains enthusiastic, citing the game's potential and robust developer support as key strengths. Fans of indie games and immersive role-playing experiences will likely find this a rewarding addition, especially as updates continue. In this exciting game, Empire of the Ants, Digital Deluxe Edition, players must step into the role of 103.683, a warrior ant with a curious mind, as they explore, strategize, and defend their colony in a miniature world filled with tactical challenges. Taking on missions for the Queen and the Federation, players command legions of insects with unique strengths, from defensive snails to fast-moving rhino beetles, shaping strategies for each battle. Victory relies on choosing pheromones wisely to intimidate foes, strengthen allies, or scout the battlefield. Expanding and upgrading outposts is key, as is building powerful chambers to reinforce the nest. With both a 20-hour campaign inspired by Bernard Werber's novels and ranked multiplayer modes, Empire of the Ants offers diverse gameplay. The Digital Deluxe Edition adds even more with early access, a digital art book, and an evocative soundtrack, immersing players deeply in this microscopic empire. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that Empire of the Ants captures the immersive essence of Bernard Werber's novel, translating it into a unique real-time strategy (RTS) experience. Set within the intricate ecosystem of an ant colony, players lead an ant faction through resource gathering, building, and tactical encounters. The environment is vast and detailed, with dense forests, flowing rivers, and larger-than-life predators, providing a sense of scale true to an ant's perspective. Gameplay emphasizes strategic depth, requiring efficient management of food and materials, and the use of pheromone trails to organize tasks and navigate terrain. While the game excels in atmosphere, bolstered by detailed visuals and ambient soundscapes, its deliberate pacing and repetitive tasks may challenge some players' engagement over time. Despite limited enemy diversity, its detailed graphics and refreshing setting make Empire of the Ants a compelling experience for fans of nature and strategy games. The game Planet Coaster 2 Deluxe Edition is a thrilling theme park simulator where players can unleash creativity to design the ultimate amusement experience. This Deluxe Edition adds an exclusive vintage funfair ride pack featuring 10 unique vintage rides. Building on its predecessor, Planet Coaster 2 introduces advanced tools for constructing intricate, true-to-life parks with customizable paths, coasters, water rides, and themed areas. Enhanced customization options allow players to integrate scalable scenery into each ride, creating unforgettable experiences. New features like global illumination lighting, event sequencing, and detailed heat maps add to the authenticity and depth of park management. Players can also prioritize guest comfort with amenities like lifeguards, sunscreen stations, and shade for water parks. Collaboration is key, as sandbox and franchise modes enable cross-platform play, allowing players to build parks together or compete for top leaderboard spot. Finally, players can share their creations and explore others' parks firsthand as guests. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to Planet Coaster to focus on its strong foundations but mixed execution, especially in new features and usability. The game is praised for its smooth performance and the inclusion of 5 themed areas, with expectations for future expansions similar to the first game. New management aspects like expanded staffing and ride operations add depth. Dark rides are easier to create, and a water park feature introduces pools and water management, although many feel it lacks refinement. The game's terrain editing has also improved with the introduction of height maps. However, several areas disappoint fans, especially those familiar with the first installment. The interface feels more console-oriented, with oversized fonts and a layout that some PC players find unwieldy. Missing or reduced features like security elements, sync between attractions, and budget management seem like a regression from Planet Coaster 1. Limited adjustments to park operations and attraction settings also restrict player creativity. Issues with constructing rounded pools and paths feel clunky, making them less user-friendly. Despite its potential, many are choosing to wait for updates before fully committing. Brighter Shores is a vibrant MMORPG from award-winning designer Andrew Gower, offering players a sprawling fantasy world filled with magic, professions, and endless discoveries. Set in the town of Hopeport, players begin as new recruits in the town guard, quickly finding themselves in over their heads with mysterious storms, goblin unrest, and dark forces corrupting the nearby Hope Forest. With opportunities to master legendary classes like Croak Knight, Guardian, or Hammer Mage, players wield powerful magic to combat these threats. The game provides a wide array of professions, from fisher and chef to blacksmith and alchemist, allowing players to develop unique skills. Expanding episodically, Brighter Shores introduces fresh side quests, professions, and lands with each update, advancing the central story. Accessible for free, it offers extensive gameplay, with the option for a premium pass to unlock all episodes and additional perks for those seeking the full experience. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that while Brighter Shores captures a nostalgic art style reminiscent of RuneScape's 2008-2012 peak, the gameplay falls short due to significant design issues. Although it aims to emulate a classic MMORPG, players describe it more as a series of isolated minigames spread across small unconnected maps with limited exploration. Each area is restricted to specific skills, preventing the skill interdependence that enhances depth in traditional MMOs. Combat levels, gear, and progression reset between zones, which many players find disheartening and repetitive, undermining motivation to advance. The user interface and mechanics also come under fire, with cumbersome multi-click actions, no hotkeys, a basic minimap, and resource storage split among different locations instead of a centralized bank. Despite the appealing visual style, Brighter Shores is criticized for its shallow gameplay loops and arbitrary systems, which detract from a coherent and rewarding MMO experience. For now, it remains a work in progress that struggles to capture meaningful engagement in its early access state. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Splintered Fate is a high-energy, roguelike, co-op game where players take control of the turtles to rescue their mentor, Master Splinter, from Shredder and the Foot Clan. Designed for both online and local co-op, players can team up, choose their favorite turtle, and dive into fast-paced combat across iconic New York City locations. Each turtle brings unique abilities that players can customize and enhance, mastering elements like fire, water, light, and darkness to create varied, powerful builds. The game's dynamic design offers randomized room layouts, power-ups, and boss battles, ensuring that no two runs are alike. The journey is filled with relentless enemies, hidden challenges, and the ever-present threat of a darker force. With April and Metalhead providing tactical support, players must uncover clues, strengthen their powers, and face evolving challenges, all while navigating the pulse-pounding fight, adapt, repeat loop. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that this game is a standout in the TMNT franchise, blending arcade-style beat-em-up action with roguelike elements, similar to Hades. While not as complex as other roguelikes, it offers plenty of fun with evolving builds and gameplay variations. The game stands out for its engaging mechanics, cool elemental system, and excellent voice acting. It's considered a great couch co-op experience and promises more content down the road. However, some players note the lack of proper keyboard and mouse support on PC and suggest improvements in character movement and interaction. Despite these issues, the overall package is seen as a solid, enjoyable experience, worth the price for fans of beat-em-ups and roguelikes. The game ShapeHero Factory is a wave-based tower defense where players use adorable minions to create heroes and defend against the awakening Great Calamity. Players must build a factory to mass-produce heroes by combining basic shapes from a magical scroll, each combination resulting in different hero types. As the waves of enemies grow stronger, players cannot directly control the heroes, but must strategically build and upgrade their factory. The game features random rewards, unique artifacts, and progressively difficult challenges. With each victory, players can unlock new abilities and permanently enhance their factory, offering a fresh challenge every time. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, ShapeHero Factory blends factory building, tower defense, and roguelite elements in a way that feels both fresh and addictive. Players are tasked with producing heroes by combining shapes and then using them to fend off waves of enemies. Efficiency in hero production plays a key role, as it can provide combat bonuses. The game features a talent tree, permanent upgrades, and randomized paths between waves, offering a variety of strategic choices. The loop of building, battling, and upgrading keeps players engaged, though some wish for longer play sessions and more control over certain elements like research or unit types. Despite minor issues, the overall experience has been praised for its depth and replayability. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch is a tactical RPG set on a remote island where a shipwrecked traveler grapples with lost memories and a mysterious witch who offers a chance to live again in exchange for becoming her champion. As the protagonist, players assemble a party, battle enemies, and navigate a power struggle that could alter the world. The game features fast, grid-based combat, environmental hazards, elemental interactions, and a range of upgrades and skills. With over 200 unique abilities and 30 relics, players can face random encounters and challenges in a world full of misfits, killers, and buried secrets. Every death brings new memories and insight into the past. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that Veil of the Witch shows great promise as a tactical RPG with roguelike elements offering deep combat and strategic gameplay. While the game doesn't stray far from genre norms, its detailed environments and class systems create a satisfying experience. The battles are engaging, with intense grid-based combat and strategic choices, though the roguelite elements remain light so far. Early feedback praises its potential, with an atmospheric world and interesting story, though some suggest that additional voice acting and varied battle types could enhance the experience. Despite its early access status, the game is considered highly polished, with responsive customer support and solid mechanics, especially for fans of turn-based RPGs.